Good morning, all you lovely people. It is Shawn P. Greene. This is the Shawn P. Greene Show. It's a show about nothing, similar to Seinfeld. If anybody was a fan of Seinfeld back in the 90s, well, it's a show about everything, actually, so it's quite the opposite of Seinfeld. Although Seinfeld did cover millions of topics over 12 years, 10 years. I remember how long it's been on the air. But it was a great television show, I have to say. I really enjoyed it. And, to this day, it's in the syndication through other platforms, mostly on like TBS, TNT, all those great little outlets for old television shows like Friends and even the newer. I mean, it's old now, but it's newer. Big Bang Theory. These are shows I've enjoyed over the years myself. So, anyways, that's what this is about. It's about everything. It's about everybody. It's not a gossip column. It's not a shock radio type thing. It's just about me, my perception of things, the people that are my sphere of influence, and just my opinions about things. That's about it. But I personally enjoy having other people on talking about their stuff. But while I'm waiting for that today, I do have something I'm just going to announce that I kind of announced yesterday on a different, I guess, platforms. I have a annual thing that I've done since I think 2014. I started doing this. I don't remember, maybe 15. But I had this idea because I was doing a lot of events, a lot of platform type, you know, productions. I was doing some podcasts. I've been doing some short films lately, but prior to that, a lot of promotional stuff, some events. So I came up with some ideas for fundraising, and I figured April Fool's Day is coming up this Friday. April Fool's Day, and my nickname in a previous life, which some people still call me, Fudge. Fudge is actually, I'll tell you the origins of that maybe this Friday at noon if you tune in. But I'll talk more about it briefly, just a second. Fudge is an acronym. The word foolishness is the first word. So I came up with the idea of April Fool's Day being my awareness day for that nickname and the things that I do under that name. Fudge Awareness Day. So I'll give you an idea. I put it up on the ShawnPGreene.com/fudge. If you look that up, I'll share the screen. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. And, I did a little introduction to it, so I'm not going to play the whole thing here. But Fudge Awareness Day, okay? It's actually streamed on the Fudge Malloy Facebook page, the Flavor Radio Network YouTube page, and the Flavor Radio Network Twitter page. So it wasn't on my Shawn P. Greene platforms as normally what I do. I did it on those platforms because those people are familiar with the persona Fudge that I went by over the years. So here's a brief little introduction. I did a little introduction showing Mahogany Jones. So Mahogany Jones was a female MC that I brought to Buffalo to the Bread of Life Church, which what you're seeing there is the Bread of Life Church where I go to. But I hosted an quarterly event called Fifth Fridays at the Bread, and it went real well. And then eventually just not stop doing it. but this was like one of the last few events that I held, and I had Mahogany Jones there, AI the Anomaly, which is a Buffalo rapper, Christian. This is all Christian, by the way, and Serious Voice out of New York City and Queens. Mahogany Jones was Brooklyn born, I believe, but she hailed from Detroit at the time. This is 2014 that we had her there, and now she is married to Dre Marshall, and they both reside in Daytona Beach, Florida, or that area, anyways. So, anyways, this is kind of like a brief, introduction. I was just kind of describing what I'm going to be doing. I had a little scroll down there. Let's see. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Fudge. Long time no talk. That's right. It's been so long that I've been on these platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on all these different platforms. But right now, we're live Facebook on the Fudge Malloy webpage, and I'm on Flavor Radio Network's YouTube and Twitter accounts right now. So, and we're gonna probably post this in other platforms. But man, listen, it's been so long that I've even been in touch with you that you probably have no clue what's been going on. Now, if you follow me on my other accounts, you'll know what I've been doing. And if you know me, like interacting with me day in, day out, you know what's happening. But I am a graduate. For those of you who don't know, I went to college. Okay, so I kind of recapped a little bit, what I've been recapping on this page, Shawn P. Greene show over the last couple months, last month. It's been over a month now that I've done this show, and for our second season, and I've been discovering some of the other episodes that I've done. I had I think maybe 3 guests, 4 guests, maybe 2019, and then 2 guests I did on 2020, and I just kind of lumped them up. I'll consider that season one to kind of package it together. Season two, I would say, begins this year, 2022. But this video or this event I do every year, April 1st. Once again, SeanPGreen.com/fudge. If you check that out, you will see that I did this little intro about what's the whole purpose of what I'm doing this Friday. So I'm not going to get into it too much. But Fudge Awareness Day is what I've been calling it, and I haven't done it since 2019 because the pandemic hit. April 2020 was just not a good time to say, "Hey, can you give me some money?" 2021, a lot of people were still unemployed, even though they were getting that pandemic money. A lot has happened, so uh, I just decided to put it on hold. But I just said, you know what, I'm I'm going back to it. We're kind of like the mandates are over everywhere, even though, and we're praying right now, come against any resurgence. Even though Shanghai right now in China is getting inundated with another wave of the coronavirus, um, I'm moving forward with plans that I got. So, anyways, Fudge Awareness this Friday, 12 noon Eastern Time. I'll be on those platforms. I'll announce it once again Friday morning here on this platform and give you the web address to cross over when we're done with this show. All right, so that's it. That's just a quick announcement of what I'm doing this Friday. A lot of people don't realize Fudge has been my nickname. You can go to actually SeanPGreen.com. You go up to the About tab. I'll show that up there. The About tab, you'll see it right there. There's a little link for Fudge. Okay, that's it. It's that simple. So getting back to where we're at now, Shawn P. Greene show has been going on since February 6th. New format, new system, new guests. We have some people on deck coming, but I'm very busy. I have a lot of stuff coming up. Today is a very cool day. We have a lady that's local here who in Buffalo who is a casting director, and she's also a writer. She's really good at. She's been writing for a long time, mostly for film, I think. Maybe stage. I don't know. I haven't asked her that, but she does a lot of film writing, and she's produced her own project this year. And I was blessed to be on sound for a couple of the moments for this. And well, she hosts. I think she's got a daughter, if I'm not mistaken, who owns this place called the Poked Yoke down in Orchard Park on Abbott Road. If anybody's local, but it's a breakfast spot, and we're gonna have a meeting for creatives for the people in the area. So Rosemary and I are gonna go check that out this morning. Gonna hang out about 11:30, so I'm not gonna be on this for too long. No guests today. If I had a guest, I'd probably go about 2 hours, which is about average per guest. Alan Pietraszewski, on the other hand, and we went 3 hours. So as you see him in that little segment here. But yeah, I encourage everybody right now. There's a lot going on in this world, and there's a lot of newsworthy things happening that are kind of shaking people to the core. Nuclear threats. I mean, that's a big deal. And people out in Eastern Europe, if you happen to be listening, I encourage you in the Lord. I just I don't know what else to say. We could do only so much on where we're at here. We're such a far distance, but we do. I did that little skit on Sunday. I did a little comedy improv Sunday night that helped during the Oscars, mind you. So I missed the whole Oscars, and we'll go into that in a second. But we did that to fundraise for Ukraine. See if I can find that page while I'm at it. Um, and I did a couple things with my improv. I was paired up with a young lady. I've never met any of these people in my life. Okay, so these are all actors and comedians and stand-up comics from Toronto, and I was the only American as far as I know from Buffalo, only 2 hours away from Toronto, and we did that fundraiser. So should have still have it on my page, but there it is. Okay, we stand with Ukraine. If you go to Sean Patrick Greene on my Facebook page, there's a link to the event, and I think in the discussion they posted. Yeah, they did. They posted it. They posted the actual thing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post the link of this video on my Twitter. Go to Sean P. Greene. If I haven't already, I'll share it to my Twitter. So if you guys get a chance, go to Twitter, Sean P. Greene, okay? And you'll see the link that I'm posting. If I can get it to that, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Some of you people are listening audio only. And I promise you, once I get this link together, let me just copy the link address. There it is. Go to my Twitter, and I think I'm signed in under Sean P. Greene because I was signed in yesterday under Flavor Radio. No, okay, I'm signed in Sean P. Greene. Here it is. Um, I'll put it on my Twitter so you guys can check that out. Here, I'm putting here's a improv fundraiser I performed on Sunday night during the Oscars. Hashtag Oscars. How about that? How about that? I think I spelled improv wrong. There you go. I'm doing it live, real time here. At Oscars. Hashtag Oscars. How to do that? Got to do the hashtag. Okay. Now here's the bam Facebook link. I'm gonna take away some of this extra. Thanks for being patient. I'm posting it up there. Hopefully it takes Not worried about the reference. Where am I at? Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, on my Twitter page, I put best caption gets gift card. So I'm gonna give away a $50 gas card from somewhere. So I'm encouraging you to go to my Twitter page. Some of you are watching on Twitter and caption this image. Best guess or best caption. Give a $50 gift card to whomever. So there's my challenge for all you fancy folks out there. What else? What else we got? I mean, I try to go over some newsworthy topics. One of the things were there was a massive pileup, I believe, in Northeast Pennsylvania. 50 cars. Sad to hear this. There was a death and several injuries, severe injuries. So let's keep those people in your prayers. And there was also a what else? I don't want to get into drama. There's a lot of drama out there right now. Hollywood drama. Who cares about Hollywood drama, anyways? Let's just talk about how great the UB Bowls have been. University at Buffalo. I graduated in December. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm proud. I'm drinking from a mug I got from there. So I'm a UB Bowl for life now. Bachelor's degree. Shout out to myself. But UB Bowls, here's the news that kind of struck us. We've had successful basketball seasons over the last 7 years, and we've been to the I think the Sweet 16 at one point, maybe twice, and it was heartbreaking because we've had a coach that got us there, and I'm not gonna. I think it's Bobby Hurley. I forgot who it was, but very well known college grad and professional player that became our coach over the years. Went to the NCAA championship, you know, tournament twice in a row. Then we lost him to Arizona State. We ended up beating him the year after that. And then we had another coach who stayed for a couple years, also got us to the Final Four twice. Lost him to, I want to say, Alabama, maybe somewhere down south. So it's been a sad situation. Now, the latest news, the saddest thing that's happened, we've had female basketball team, the women's basketball team, biologically as well, that were that made it to the Final Four or Final Eight, I think, in one year, but has been there to the tournament several times. And let me try to look her up. But Jackie, uh, is it Leggett? I'm gonna have to find out what her name is again. I gotta find it. Please be patient with me. Okay, women's basketball hoops news. I'm looking this up on the Twitter page because I know I'll put it up there. But the women's UB women's hoops. There she is. So we've had Felicia Leggett Jack. That's her name. I'm sorry. I don't know why I messed up the name. Felicia Leggett Jack has been the female or women's coach for several years. And she's brought us to many great accolades, and we've had some great leadership by her over these years. And I was proud to have known her during my tenure at the college. The rumors were starting to spread towards the end of the season that her, as her contract, I believe, was up, she was looking for a new home, and she accepted a position with Syracuse Orange. No longer the Orange Men, okay? And it was sad, very sad. But look, here's the March Madness. Buffalo UB Bulls lost to the Tennessee Volunteers 80-67 a couple weeks ago. So it was a sad moment for us. But the fact that this coach got the ladies there was was exciting. It was very exciting, and it's a sad thing to see her go. Coach Felicia Leggett Jack was a now she's a Syracuse Orange coach. You can go to Q's Coach Jack if you want to look up more details about her. But she was inspiring for UB for all these years. Now, mind you, she was a graduate of the Syracuse Orange when she also played for that team. So she's no stranger to that campus. And it's basically like a homecoming for her. But she did serve Buffalo well while she was here. So I'm really happy for her. And I'm excited that she brought all her skills here to Buffalo. And I'm also going to be still a supporter of course, our Buffalo Bowl ladies, but I'm going to be watching the women's basketball more on the Syracuse Orange side because of her, just because of her, because of what she's done, she brought to Buffalo. So I'm very proud of what she's done for our campus, and I'm really happy to see what she'll do there going back home. And I believe I don't have the full story on her. I have to research more. I'm sorry I didn't prep more on this because, well, I didn't really think I was going to talk about this. But since I'm wearing University at Buffalo today, I figured I'll talk more about the University at Buffalo topics. Now, we don't have too much to talk about. We did have a couple fire scares over the last couple years. And I believe we had a bomb scare at another college, Buffalo State, which is a couple miles west of the UB main campus. But Buffalo State did have a bomb threat a couple weeks ago, if not last week. Closed down the school for 4 days, 3 days at least, and that was it's kind of like it's a rough part of town, really, where Buffalo State is. It's an awkward spot, whereas UB, it's kind of like out in the suburbs. There's a couple campuses, but University at Buffalo North Campus is in Amherst, which is in the northeastern side of where the suburbs are, and it's far enough away from. It's a big, huge campus. It's like a big buffer zone around it, so it's very easy to kind of keep out anything that's happening in neighborhoods, if you will. Whereas Buffalo State, it's smack dab on the west side, northwest side of Buffalo, where you know parts of the east side it's kind of like right in between east and west side, right there, right before North Country uh, part of the town, and it's like in an awkward spot. If you ask me, maybe 100 years ago, when before they even built it, that it wasn't that case, but now because of population growth, there's a lot of activity there. People getting stabbed, people getting shot, people getting robbed from time to time. It's not a daily or weekly occurrence, but sometimes shady people can be in that area undetected and cause some havoc amongst the students, mostly, who congregate around there and are part of activities in the area. So, at any rate, that's Buffalo State. It's another school, another big state university of New York. UB, on the other hand, I mean, I've seen like police blotters and reports on incidences. There have been some sexual misconduct You know, a couple things have happened on the campus over the years, but it's not a normal occurrence. There have been a few smoke and fire and all that stuff, but overall, I believe this is a an absolute safe environment to go to college. So if anybody's looking for a place, University at Buffalo, I highly recommend. Depends on your major, your degree you're going for. So, anyways, I went. Media study was mine. It's kind of like a very basic, broad degree for media. It's not an extensive film degree, program, and it's not extensive for broadcasting. If you want something more intense, my opinion, from what I've heard, Buffalo State is actually a better school for that. And also, there's a Catholic school called Canisius College, which would also be a good for film and production, that kind of stuff. UB, we're getting there. Okay, I believe it still has some work that could be done there, but anyways, I'm proud graduate. And I'm happy to be a part of it. So, anyways, any topics, anything you want to talk about, feel free to call, text, whatever. We have a lot of people that like to spam and send all kinds of weird messages now that I'm doing live broadcasting. But 716-253-1870 if you want to make a comment, make a call. You can watch me on YouTube live 10 a.m. every Monday through Friday. I usually do about a 1 hour show. If I have a guest, it might be two, maybe three, just depends on the guest. So I do intend to have guests on, hopefully starting next week, every Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays will be my commentary. Monday will be just kind of like a recap of weekend news. Wednesday, I intend to do like more like a little Bible verse or a study or some sort of um, commentary on a Bible verse or something to that effect. And then Friday, Fun Facts Friday, I'll call it, will be just like a random topic, Wikipedia search, talking about historical events, that kind of thing. So today, no guest, but I'm just wanted to shout out Coach Felicia Leggett, Jack, the women's basketball coach for the University at Buffalo for I think 7 years, maybe. Don't quote me on that. But now she's the coach, head coach of the women's basketball team at Syracuse University, which is in the middle of New York State. For those people who don't know, Syracuse is not a um, an uncommon name in the world of basketball, uh, as far as championships or tournaments. So you'll see. I have a feeling you're going to see the women's Syracuse basketball team in that final, at least Elite Eight next year. We'll see who she recruits. So once again, shout out to her for all her efforts here at UB. Syracuse Orange has been, and thinking a couple bowl games too, as far as football, the men's football team, and it's certainly the men's basketball team has won the championships a couple times. So she's in a good school program, but that's her alumni. So she's a alumnus. She's alumni. She's an alumnus of Syracuse, and I believe she won a championship. So, anyways, here I'm watching a little snippet of that that little skit that I did with some comics Sunday night, and I kind of played. I played a kind of a hippie. I don't know. Let me see if I can get to it. It's kind of funny. These are funny people. There you go. I kind of played a little hippie, and I'm not gonna play it here because it's not that it's copywritten, so to speak. It's a Zoom call, but I want you to check it out on their platform. And once again, I put it on my Twitter, SeanPGreene.com. But it was a Ukraine fundraiser for the refugees. some material that this group calls, and I was paired up with somebody I'd never ever heard of or worked with before, and we had a good time. And you see, it kind of like I got all my hair all the way out, and I was pretending I was a 30-year-old kid. Well, maybe I was 40. 40-year-old kid that lived in a basement of his mother's house, and he plays Xbox, and he plays, you know, video games, whatever, all day in the basement, complaining about something. I don't even remember what I was talking about, but I recorded it also, so I have a copy of my experience. So I did that as a fundraiser with this troop that was up in Toronto. Okay, so it was kind of fun. Some of it was, in my opinion, okay. So I tried to spice it up myself a little bit. So for some reason, I'm getting these opportunities to do comedy all of a sudden out of nowhere. So let's see if I can find another spot. Maybe I did two little segments. Let's see if I can find the last segment, just an image of it. There it is. I'm right down on the bottom here. And that one, I just pretended I was like some Brooklyn Goomba or something. So that's all I did with that one. Yeah, something to do. You know what I mean? Having a little fun, doing something for a good cause. So I was pretty happy that somebody asked me to be a part of that little skit. So once again, that my Twitter has a link to it. You can watch it in full or just skip to the parts where I'm at, whatever you like. And you be the judge on how well that comedy skit went. And that's pretty much all I did this weekend. I wasn't feeling too well last weekend, as some people might have known. Last Wednesday, it's kind of like getting through that show a little under the weather. Okay, I did all right. Thursday came around, I just didn't feel good at all. And I did, instead of an hour, I did about 19 minutes. So on the 24th, if you look back, yeah, I was a little under the weather. And then I just shut down and I didn't do nothing Friday. So if anybody's wondering if you missed something, but you didn't. You didn't miss anything. I was not feeling well, and I kind of was in a fog up through Saturday. Got better. Went back to church Sunday morning, playing drums, feeling just fine. But yeah, just sometimes these little things, these little sicknesses come and go. You just got to get through it. I think my daughter was sick a couple days before that last week, and I might have got something from her. We're all good now. We're all in good position, good spirits. Anything exciting out there right now? Okay, so I got stuff out there. No new TikToks, and I got no new social media posts. Well, I do, talking about the Will Smith thing, but I think we've exhausted that topic. We already know. We still got more. What's going on? Will might be a little bit in trouble with the Academy. Chris Rock, however, here's one point. Chris Rock, okay, because he got slapped in the face after this joke he made about Jada Pinkett Smith. His, I guess his tour is going to sell out. His comedy tour that's coming up. His tour started at about $40 a ticket. That jumped up to $140 a ticket. So do you think he's going to have some jokes at his shows about this incident? You bet your bottom dollar. Not to mention, somebody, somebody, people are in certain communities. I'm not going to have to say what. Some people are filmmakers that are comics that do improv, that do stand up and then make movies and do these little skits. Somebody's going to reference this incident in their film. I am not a prophet. I'm not a psychic. I could just tell somebody's going to want to use that moment from the Oscars, Will Smith, Chris Rock, in their films. So mark my words, it's my prediction. I mean, I predict like a Jordan Peele type producer putting it in their films. I don't know. Some people are just sick. How about Dave Chappelle? Hmm. I have seen some memes and some comments. What if The Rock had said that joke? And I know he wouldn't have, okay? He's bald himself. But, what if Rock would have said that? Will Smith wouldn't have gotten out of his seat, okay? All right. But what if like Dave Chappelle would have said it? How would have you reacted? And would Dave Chappelle, if Will Smith came up to him like that, would Dave Chappelle be like, I don't play like that or whatever? I mean, Dave seems like a peaceful guy, so I don't think he would. I think he would just like square off, and then it would just diffuse somehow. But I don't know, drama, Hollywood drama. Who needs it? All right, moving on from that. There are a lot of weird things that have been going on over the years. Um, in Buffalo, in particular, politics. But the Buffalo Bills finally have gotten permission from the state, the county, the league, everything to have a new stadium. It's going to come out of a lot of taxpayers' dollars. But and we got up until I guess September 1st to solidify the deal. But if that happens, then 30 years more is how long the Bills will be here. So a whole new generation can experience what most of us long-term Buffalo Bills fans have experienced, and that is um, disappointment. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, no. We have been disappointed with a lot of things, but 4 years in a row, four Super Bowls. Nobody's ever done it, but also losing times in a row. That's a big disappointment. I mean, it's like, wow, why don't you just deflate our whole city? You know, and I don't know, And then we've been to the playoffs a couple times. We First time we've been to the championship in 30 years. Last year. So Josh Allen now is the big hero instead of Jim Kelly, moving us forward for this year. So we'll see what happens. But they're making a lot of moves in the NFL in general, and Buffalo is really banking on being the victor next year with the acquisitions, the releases, and all that stuff. But the biggest rumor, and I don't know if it's solidified yet, but Tom Brady going from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to the Miami Dolphins, who is in our division, which is also the same division where he was in before, New England Patriots. So if he's gonna be a Dolphin, now he's gonna play against the Jets again. The Jets aren't gonna be happy with that. New England Patriots ain't gonna be happy with that. And of course, our Buffalo Bills. You know, if we do win this division with him there, that's gonna be kind of like a stamp of approval for Josh Allen. So we're hoping for it. As some of you might know, I have two accounts on Facebook, and I posted in like the Bills Mafia groups that if the Buffalo Bills win a Super Bowl, I will delete the one that I was talking about account forever. And I'm going to stand firm on that promise. That means I'm going to every post, every picture, everything I've ever had on that account is going to be gone forever if the Buffalo Bills win next year. So we got till next February to find out if that happens. But that Facebook page is fudge.ny. We'll go to my primary Sean P. Greene account, or Sean Patrick Greene on the Facebook page. And then I'll type in fudge.ny if I can see it. Stand by. So fudge.ny, if you're listening, is the account that I referred to as possibly deleting forever. And I got an old picture of a flea market we used to have too as my header. So let's see, Denzel. I got all these images. Lately I've been on that account, been watching a lot of wrestling, old wrestling videos. I haven't solely been into wrestling as much as I would like to have been prior. Prior to Hulk Hogan going back and forth into the two different entities. But I've been watching a lot of old videos, old Bill Goldberg, old you know Sting, and many of the eras, kind of like an ebb and flow of my interest into those areas of wrestling. But they were good times. Good friends of mine, Mike Setlock and I, we had a couple moments together where we went to two matches. He invited me to go check out in '96, I believe, in Orlando and in Daytona Beach. Bash on the Beach and WCW Nitro. It was really good moments. I think Dennis Rodman was in. Speaking of basketball, Dennis Rodman was in the arena during that time, and kind of was I think it was a silly, goofy joke. But yeah, Sean P. Greene is my main, you know, sign now. But I had Fudge as a nickname for several years, and on that account, just every other suggestion video wise to pop up is wrestling. So if I'm on that on my one phone, that's what I'm watching is wrestling. So anybody have any comments or concerns about the wrestling world? We could talk about that someday, maybe Thursday. But today, I was a little late today. I think 10:06 I came. So I apologize. But again, I had to groom myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to take a shower and make sure that I smell good. Because right after this, I'm putting my pants on and my winter coat because it is 26 degrees out here in Buffalo. And I'm going out to a kind of like a creative's breakfast, a brunch. It's a place called the Poked Yolk out in Orchard Park, New York. And I'm really excited to be a part of that fellowship. I'm excited to be a part of creatives in Western New York in general because there's nothing more stifling to a person who is creative than being in isolation and not having outlets of creativity. And this is another one of those opportunities. So, anyways, Fudge, during the Fudge era, if you will, in my life, was mostly me promoting other people. And I still do that from time to time, but it's not as active as I was promoting other people's events, their music, what they're doing. Now it's more about, okay, self promotion a little bit more. Trying to get my name out there as a comic, as an actor, as a producer, so on and so forth. But this Friday, one last time I'll announce it. This Friday is April 1st, and it is our annual Fudge Awareness Day, which is something I created about 2015, 2014, to help fund all the many things that I've done for other people, but I will be funding in the next couple of years. This summer is going to be jam packed. Of course, I got the Great Lakes Christian Film Festival. In a couple weeks before that, I'm going to be helping support a friend that's local. He's doing a thing called the Reaching the Unreached Fest. So I want to help support that financially. So you can do that now. You don't have to wait till Friday, but Friday is going to be the Fudge Awareness Day. You can go to my website, seanpgreene.com/fudge. You can submit You know, you can RSVP for the event for the whole day. You can go to PayPal right now and support, and make sure you put in there Fudge Awareness Day. All the Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter live feed links are there for Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time. All right, and a more description about the whole fudge persona. And maybe I'll leave with this show for today with this theme song that I created with a Buffalo artist, actually from Niagara Falls originally. He's a friend. I haven't seen him in a good friend produced this theme song that I'm going to be using for a project. Trash Nelson is my character. He made a theme song for it, and he is the guy that produced it. Fonz Carter, who rhymes harder is the quotations. He's down in Atlanta now. I think he was in Carolina for a little bit too. Maybe he still is. I lost track, but Fonz Carter was a Western New York, Niagara Falls rapper, Buffalo rapper that became a Christian while he was in prison, came out and goes hard for Jesus Christ. And I just, I miss his fellowship. He was a good guy. He's always quiet, for the most part, but get him amped, he'll go off. Probably the best flow wise, rhyme wise, beats. I mean, he's created some sick beats, but he created this little. I don't know where he got this music from, but as soon as it was weird, I was in his basement. Okay, this was in Kenmore, New York, when he had a studio, and his wife had a a beauty shop upstairs, barber shop, whatever. It had kind of a mix. I was in Fonz Carter's basement at the business in Kenmore, and he was recording a song that he was asking for me and another gentleman to kind of just throw some stuff in there. I'm not an artist. I'm not a vocalist, okay? I'm not even a musician, I don't think. I'm a drummer. I like to make beats. I like to produce, you know, licks. But while I was there and he was recording and we were recording for his track, he played this one song from somewhere. I'm sure it was some stock, audio. It wasn't something he produced. But it was so funny. It got me so amped. It was perfect. It's perfect for the project I have in mind that I've been kind of sitting on, waiting for school to finish. But this is the introduction, I guess, for what I'm going to be working on soon. I'm working on a series that I'm writing. I'll probably be working with other writers. I'm going to be casting for it soon. But it's kind of like a cross between My Name is Earl and Larry the Cable Guy type stuff. It's kind of like that kind of humor, if you will. Total like backwoods redneck, okay? That kind of thing. But Trash Nelson is the character's name, and that's the title of this projects for now, the series, unless I come up with something different. But he played this song, and I immediately like, yo, I got to get in there. I got to just put some stuff on it. So we just recorded a couple snippets of things on there, and then like a couple layers of me singing, shouting, acting a fool, and this is what he came up with. He added a little sound to it, little flies sound to it. Oh my god, this is and it was I don't get embarrassed when I do stupid things. I really don't. There's very rarely do I have a moment where I'm embarrassed about something I do. So I'm not embarrassed about this. To me, this is funny and it's fun. But okay, once again, if you want to look at this later, ShawnPGreene.com/fudge, you'll see it. But here's the song. You'll be able to hear it on Mixcloud. I don't think any copyright strikes for it. So here to close out today's show, The Trash Nelson theme song. You ready? Here we go.
Play that banjo. Hip hop! Yeah! Who's your dog? I'm your dog. Come on, Snake Bandit! He's your dog! Trash Nelson. Trash Nelson. Trash Nelson. Come on, man. Grandpa. We can do that. Right now. Come on, we didn't Come on, Woo! Yeah.
There you go. There you have it, folks. The Trash Nelson theme song. Of course, we have another song on there if you want to listen to it called Human Traffic, a serious song by Jay Poet, the preacher from Middletown, New York. He and we collaborated on a track that the beat was produced by my brother, but the Trash Nelson theme song, produced by Fonz Carter, that's going to be what's happening soon. So keep an eye on it. But that's all part of this Fudge Awareness thing. I got music. I got production to do. I got things that this podcast, other shows I'll be producing, as well as film productions, events, and supporting other events, promoting other events. I need your help. So just consider it. Go to ShawnPGreene.com/fudge. Fudge Awareness update. Fudge Awareness Day, April 1st. Tune in after this show. I'll be doing this show Friday at 10 a.m. And then at noon, I'll switch over to the other show on the other networks. Go to Fudge Malloy's Facebook page. Just go on my ShawnPGreene.com/fudge. You will see what I'm talking about. My Fudge Awareness Day. Really excited about it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bring your questions. Bring your comments. And I'm always excited when my mother's the one that's commenting, but I know there's more listeners out there. Go ahead and make a comment. You can always post comments on the website. Go to YouTube, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch live at 10 a.m. and rewatch it later. The only problem, Twitch they'll have all the shows canceled, like erased after 14 days. So you'll have to go to YouTube to watch it after 15 days. All right, but thank you so much for listening, watching. ShawnPGreene.com. You can donate. You can do whatever you want. Just come on out, listen, watch, share the links to everybody. If I'm not entertaining enough, then come on and be a guest on my show. Contact me anytime. ShawnPGreene.com. Keep it locked.